Hi there fellow artists and students. In today's tutorial I'll show you two fantastic methods for drawing a seated female figure. First up, I'll delve into the Andrew Loomis system of measurement and proportion, and then I'll introduce the grid system. It's a very handy tool for enhancing your drawing skills. So stick around for detailed insights into both methods. So using the head as a unit makes things easier. This is the Andrew Loomis system. So it keeps proportions consistent, it scales drawings up quickly, and it doesn't need precise measurements. In the case of a seated female figure, it's about 6.5 head units, according to Loomis, which is a bit idealized. I prefer 6 head units, which is, I feel, more natural. This is some of the art equipment that I use. Japanese manga paper, 135 GSM, very smooth and a nice surface to draw on. Later in the video, I'll introduce some color. These are Japanese manga brushes bought at a local stationery store, about 600 yen or $6, so cheap and very high quality. So here I'm just making a box shape for the head, which we see where it is in relation to the grid. Be very, very general about your drawing at this stage, no detail. So we draw about 4 heads down, and that's from the top of the head to the seat, and then another 2 heads for the feet. Apart from the grid system, which you see here, and the Loomis method measuring system, there's several other points that I'm using, little techniques which I hope to be able to show you. And one of them is to draw a vertical line to see where the some item is in relation to the head. So we can see vertical lines and also horizontal lines as well to locate things. So as I said, keep it very general, don't go into any detail. We really want to just get it right. There's no use putting detail until you've got it right. You've got to get the pose right and the proportions. So the Loomis method and the grid method are very, very handy, very useful for us to draw. You can see I'm using some horizontal line just to locate various items. And we want to make that pose natural. Also, you can see I'm using a line there to follow through in our we locate something and then we follow through and see where how far out it might be from the head or some other element in the picture, her shoulder or something like that. And it's a very handy way to juggle the drawing around till you just get it right. So as I say, no detail. We're not trying to make a pretty drawing. It's no good if it isn't sitting right. So you'll see that we can start to refine it later when everything's in place. Always see the figure as a whole thing, like anything, any drawing you're doing. Even a still life, don't see it as an apple and an orange and a glass or something like that. It's a whole unit, and think of it that way. I'm just very roughly refining the head a little bit. Nothing special yet. I can't stress enough that you must be flexible. That's the word. Be flexible in your drawing. Be prepared to change. So you can see drawing the collar there was follow through that line to see where it relates to the head or the chin. Isn't it wonderful when you get things right? I feel it's starting to come together. It's a wonderful feeling drawing, and when you get it right, it's the best feeling I think you can ever experience as an artist. It's sometimes it's a struggle, but you'll get there, and it's just so nice to be able to, get that pose. The legs are starting to fall into place. Proportions are pretty right. In the photograph, it's a bit murky down where the feet are. I don't pay too much attention to the feet. Mainly, it's the pose to get it sitting right. So I've drawn in a little bit further. I didn't want to go into heaps and heaps of time lapse or extending the video too long. So we can see her sitting on this seat now, and I've taken the reference photo away. We don't need it anymore because it's pretty right. So we just enjoy the drawing now, getting a little bit more detail. Just and don't stay in one spot either. Don't try and get the head perfect and then other items. Just go all around the picture. I like to tell a story when I'm drawing. I don't just like to draw the basic figure, so I think I'll put her in a street scene, and we can get a little bit of drama going. It's a one-point perspective, just coming off her shoulder there, and introducing a figure there in the background. She's reading a letter, so I wonder if it's about or from him. A little bit of mystery, a little bit of fun storytelling. It's all art. Doesn't really matter what you do. If you stay super enthusiastic about it and love what you're doing, I guess that's the main thing. That pencil is a Dixon No. 2 pencil. It's an American pencil. I've been thinking a lot lately about. I go into ridiculous detail about sharpening pencils, and it really occurs to me that all of the art comes off the point of that pencil. So if you think about it like that, it's really important how you treat your equipment. And as I said earlier, I'm going to come into a little bit of colour. It's not watercolour paper, as I mentioned. It's manga paper, very, very smooth. Takes the watercolor okay. It's a little bit, unfortunately, it's a little bit shiny when we have the lights on and the paper's very wet. But I'm not. I didn't show you that brush. I'm sorry, but that's another manga brush. They're all Japanese and they're beautifully made. They're so cheap. Of course, you can spend heaps on them, but very, very cheap and high quality. Japan has a very long tradition from at least the Tokugawa period. Sorry, it's about 300 years up till the late 1860s, and brush manufacturing was taken very, very seriously. So I hope that you got something out of this video. I like the grid system very much, and I certainly like Andrew Loomis. It's just the thing about his idealized figures is that he draws glamorous women who are eight head units tall, and it's really it's way too unnatural. It's what he likes. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and hopefully make a comment, which I would love to respond to. So it's a big support if you can help me by subscribing. I'm particularly interested in art students too, who are maybe trying to go to art school. So check out my channel anyway. I'm building it up very nicely now, and I'll continue to do so. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Thanks.